Well, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be across this beautiful blue-green globe of ours. Welcome to Real News Live. I am your host, Mike Barrett. It's a free reading Friday, and I'm joined, as always, by my lovely co-host from Hayden, Idaho, the lady with the lustrous hair, Jennifer Falah Doreen. Jen, how are you this morning? You're a little blurry.
Good.
Trying to clarify you here.
I'm blurry?
You're blurry. Yeah, you're very blurry, but that's okay because we know it's you. All right, guys, nice to be here with you guys. Appreciate it, guys. We had a couple interesting things happen that I want to ask you about before we go to the readings, and we're going to go straight to the readings because Jen's got to be done here straight at 11 o'clock. But I guess the first thing is that, Wolverine was posting yesterday about the RV, and he basically said that he was in a group that he thought was a tier 3 group, meaning it would be paid with the tier 3 people, but it turned out to be a tier 1 group, and that they have money. And the money is not yet distributed to the individual members, but it's all in the accounts. And everybody's like, well, I thought tier 1 was governments. But what he said, guys, what he said is that the lady who was leading his group, he thought it was a religious group, which is church group, which is tier 3, turned out she was government. So they got paid out, and now the funds are there and they're waiting to go. So there's strong rumors that tiers 1 and 2 have got their funds, not distributed to the individual members yet, but they're in the accounts, they're funded. Is that true? I guess is what we want to ask the Archangel Gabriel or Michael or whoever shows up. Guys.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's true. So that, guys, means that it's in motion. Okay, it's happening. So it is actually happening. And now we just wait for it to filter down to our level, which could take a week. We have 11 days left in a month, I think. Or it could take 11 hours. We just don't know.
Or if take a month, who knows? Who cares? It's happening. I think we can survive
it is
until
happening.
then. So let me ask you this for everyone who's still doubting. Now, once it starts, can you stop it? Can you only do 2 tiers?
Not that I know of, no. Because the condition of the release from the Chinese dragon families, allegedly, is that it has to go to the people primarily. And it has to go to the people. They actually say it has to go to the people first, meaning guys at our level, tier 4A, tier 4B, have to get it first before anybody else can have access to their funds, because they want this to get to the level of the people. Also, Jen, do not forget, your Gentel from a week ago, not Monday, but a week ago Monday, was, look, this money is sitting there. It cannot just sit there. It has to go somewhere, and it's not going to go just to the few rich people, dog barking. It has to be distributed far and wide to the individuals. Remember? That was in your Gentel. So, no.
Definitely.
Yep.
Yeah.
And guys, sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead. I'm just thinking.
I was just going to say about Mark Z's Mr. C. He may have been involved in one time. I do not get the impression he's still involved or in a key role as he thinks he is, at all. I think that whether he's been paid or not is kind of irrelevant to when, where, and how this goes. But we'll see, because Mark may be right, others may be wrong, but I don't think we're all waiting on this guy to do his thing. My guys for Wolvie also sounds a lot like David and your Childress, but there's a slight difference in tone between David and Wolvie. Wolvie's guys. Look, Wolvie is ecstatic. He knows something. It's happening. Just relax, let it happen, let it filter down to us. The other thing is, I want to ask you about Phil's live the other night, because there's been a lot of controversial discussion, and I know you have some things to say about it. I'm going to tell you that Phil was accused of lifting this from some 2018 post by the guy who did the Plan to Save the World video. That apparently is not true. Well, it wasn't Barkley. That was Jen Stock. One of Jen Stock's was
one of them,
Barkley's voice is not that deep.
I have a zoo
Barkley
now.
has an ear-piercing, high-pitched bark. So anyway. So, Jen, what do you think about Phil's thing the other night where he read the supposed statement that Trump was supposedly going to make on Super Bowl Sunday, and for some reason did not.
It's probably easier to find it on yours than mine. I'm just looking for the. Okay.
You want me to read it? Because I can go find it and read it.
No, I'm gonna pick. We want to pick this apart and read it together because, and I want to go through it with the angels because there's something in here that I'm curious about. So.
Okay, I've got it. You want me to start reading it, and we can go.
Let's read it.
You just tell me to stop when it's time for me to stop.
Well, I'm going to make the connection first, okay? I don't remember I think it's drop 101, right? Okay, so that he referenced in the live, and that was posted. I have to scroll back on my stuff here, but to find it, I post a lot, but I don't think you shared what I posted. But I did send it to you. Hang on.
On Facebook message?
Yes. Did you put them on?
Right, let me go find that. Live TV, folks.
No dead air, no dead air, no dead air, no dead air. All right. Okay.
No, it's okay. We can have dead air. It's us.
Okay. All right. Now, I am not a decoder. I don't do that. I don't do complicated. But when something draws my attention, I pay attention. And I ask questions. Okay? So, he put out that statement, and I was like glued to every word. Okay? The story was, and we'll read the statement in a minute. The story is that he received this from his contacts, which I've told you people he has legitimate contact. That is true. He may be flamboyant, entrepreneur, and all that, and always trying to do something, to move forward, but that is true.
And I think we agreed it's probably Ezra Cohen Watnick, right? That's who we think his contact is, who is a very powerful person in this thing. Just for reference.
I have said that before, yes. I think so. I think everyone assumes that.
Yeah. Well, he's indicated that that's who it was.
Yeah. Before. So he put this out. It was given to him to read after the fact, and said that Donald Trump was supposed to read it at the Super Bowl. Let me tell you why I don't think that was true. I think that information is misinformation that he was handed. Okay? And maybe part of the plan at one time. But I think that now the White Hats decided that if they do that, Donald Trump's POTUS must remain neutral, okay? Donald Trump has to remain neutral this entire time. Then he's going to come over to the screens like Hunger Games and tell everybody this at the Super Bowl, and they're going to let him do it? Doesn't make any sense. It's never going to happen. No. I think, and then I asked Gabriel about the statement he wrote, or he read, and he said it was legitimately written for Donald Trump by the Alliance a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
A long time ago. Then, when I was listening to him read it just after, you know how on D-Live his chat just goes and goes. So fast. I just happened to look down when somebody said, "Is this our two-day warning?" And I'm like, where have I heard that before? Where have I heard 2-day warning before? And then I'm thinking, the whole time I'm like, this is a warning for us. This is a heads up for us. That's why he was supposed to read it right now. And then so we come out so that the whole world is watching, or the millions or how many ever watching him. And it's given out under the guise that, this didn't happen. So, but here it is. And it's like, it's like telling a kid, we were going to take you to Disneyland, but you don't get to go now. It's like, why do that to us? It's such a fragile place, And then I thought about it, and I went, wait a minute. And then he started talking about post, I think it is. Crap, stupid screenshots. All right. 101. Post
Yeah.
101.
It's Q post
Second to
101.
last line says, and then I was thinking, it just kept ringing in my head. Post 101. Post, go look at it. Go look at it. Go look at it. Somebody posted it in chat. So I looked down. Second to last line says Phil _ B.
Extract. B.O. Barack Obama extract. That's what.
Is it though? Is it though? So then I'm looking at it. Extract. Confirm. Then I'm looking at this B.O. and I'm like, everybody thinks that's Barack Obama. And then Gabriel said, what number is B? And I said 2. He said, what number is O? And I said, okay, I don't know. What number is O? 15? And I'm like, oh!
17.
Today's 215. Today's 215. This was put out 2017, November 5th, 2017. He was selected to read this that was written a long time ago, all this time. It was never supposed to be read at the Super Bowl. That was cover. This is a warning to us that this is coming. Donald Trump will not be the one to come out until he is put in place as commander-in-chief and make announcements to the world like that, or he will look like someone is taking over the country, and they have never handled it that way.
Yeah. Yeah, he'd have to already be president.
And in order for this message to come out to us, it was for us. Confirming, giving us the name of the operation. He doesn't have to do that to announce it to the world. Called extract. That directs us back to the Post. And everybody thinks this was like Philippines, Barack Obama, extract him, whatever. No. It's Phil on 215 confirmed the announcement of the extract of the operation. It was Donald Trump confirming the operation. And Phil was supposed to read it. Now, what do you think about his contacts now? I mean, how coincidental is that?
Yeah.
You know, I think that he was supposed to read this on that day. And how interesting are these drops now? I mean, I've been telling you the whole time it's got to be time travel. I don't know how to figure it out. It just baffles me that in 2017 we've got a line like this that corresponds, and he in the live talks about this drop in the live, and then he talks about how you'd have to watch it again. Just kind of got the idea that he was humbled that he was chosen to do this, and then we see all this terrorist activity going on. We see the escalation, the almost sorry, pop up. All the strange activities in the world, the escalation of everything, and at this point in time, we get this notification to tell all of us who are listening, which is millions and millions across the world. Be ready. This is real. This is coming. I always thought EBS would happen after riots in the street or minions. I call them minions because that's what I call demons. Little demons running around doing everything. Of the cabal that have been flooding our border and depositing themselves in groups around this country waiting for the okay to start chaos. I always thought the EBS would come when the chaos started to escalate to a point where they said, okay, we're going to go in and we're going to do something. I think that this is a, foreshadowing of what's coming, just to let us all know, okay, all right, now make sure you're stocked, be ready for this. It's going. And they'll probably let it die down a little bit so everybody forgets about it, because we love to do that. Not us, but everybody else in the world. We've had all these distractions. We've had these balloons. We've had the military in the air. And I told you the balloons were documenting off-grid pockets of vigilantes or minions waiting to cause chaos. And now we got all these trains trained around Owens, and everything that happens has got toxic chemicals in it. You know, how coincidental is that? We're trying to start a war. They're trying to start chaos. They're trying to stop the RV and Nasara Jasara. And I believe that he was given this, and it is legitimate, and that it proves that it was given and it's supposed to be read on that day. And what a trip is that? What a trip is that? And all this time we think that we're delaying things. And this should have happened a long time ago. Did it? I mean, should it? I mean, if this is a 2 and a 15, and I figured that out on 2:15, and the angels told me to go look and say, hey, that's a 2 and that's a 15. I mean, how many coincidences, just like they say? And he said that. He said that recently. How many coincidences?
Yep.
So let's read it now. Let's pick it apart. Let's see what he's telling us.
Okay. Okay. You want me to read it, or are you going to read it?
You read it. I want to listen and follow along.
My fellow Americans, I come to you tonight during America's biggest game as a humbled American citizen, duly elected President of the United States of America, and supporter of freedom and equality for all people of our nation and many nations abroad. Over the coming days and weeks, you will experience an unprecedented series of events that will rock the very foundation of everything we've ever known.
Okay. That's the warning. That's the warning to us that it's coming. Now, this cover tonight during America's biggest game, that's cover.
Okay.
Humble citizen, duly elected president of the United States tells us that this is Donald Trump.
No, he said the United States of America. The United States of America. He was very specific in that statement.
Okay, so that's not the corporation.
No, probably not.
Okay, but I think that first part was cover.
Yeah. So
that anybody watching the Patriots being informed or being notified, anybody who watches is going to think, oh, okay, well, this didn't happen. We won. All our little chaos stopped it from happening.
Right.
No.
Okay. At times during these days and weeks, messages will be received on your television sets, smartphones, including Apple, Android, and others, tablets, laptops, personal computers, smartwatches, and other strategic devices available to the private sector as well as government agencies worldwide. These messages will not be avoidable, and very close attention should be paid to the instructions of which the messages contain. For the citizens of the United States, our country has been attacked by a radical left group of extremists, part of a global terrorist network of politicians, businessmen, high-ranking government officials, intelligence agencies, and dangerous criminals collectively known as the cabal.
Okay, stop there. All right. We'll receive multiple messages. That tells me that we'll be going about our lives. It's not... There may be an EBS event within that. Yeah. Where we're locked down and something major's going on and they go around and sweep everybody up and there's military in the streets and stuff like that. But there's going to be a period of time that we're going to receive messages that are going to come through and interrupt everything. Now, worldwide, as well as government agencies worldwide, he's speaking. I know the first part tells us who he is. He's speaking as a member of the World Alliance in this.
Yep. Yep.
All right, go ahead.
For years, these extremists have flaunted their wealth, power, and technology in the face of all human beings, most of which are struggling to put food on their table and a roof over their head. They have infiltrated every level of government, big tech, big pharma, and have even made their way into the mainstream media, becoming some of the most trusted voices that we have ever known. Now, Jen, it says Main Street Media, and that's what Phil said. I think it's mainstream media. That's how I read it. Is that true, or was it intended to be Main Street Media?
Somebody wrote this down and did not receive the actual document, so they made an error when they wrote it down.
Okay. Now, when he says becoming some of the most trusted voices that we have ever known, remember they used to call Walter Cronkite the most trusted man in America, who was the broadcaster that did the Kennedy assassination and things like that. And my dad used to call him old Pinko Wally. So what I want to know is he saying that, look, we're going to go back and you're going to see that everybody has been compromised much farther back than you think? Is that kind of what that means?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a heads up to some of these people that are going to come out and they're going to say things. You can't be trusted.
Yep.
They've been lying to you. So it's kind of softly saying, yeah, pretty much everybody's talking to you is lying to you.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Now this is interesting. Over the past several months. Now,
as part of let me read it.
Yeah.
It's my only job here, Jen. It's my only job. Over the past several months, as part of a global military alliance with other world leaders, many of these extremists have been detained, arrested, or otherwise captured during a strategic military operation known by only one word: extract. Many of these individuals are now awaiting military trial at several black sites across the world.
Okay. Now, this confirms what we've been thinking and the reports that we've been hearing. So this is really... The Patriots are worldwide are at a very fragile state. Okay? This coming out at this time is telling you, listen, this is real. Yes, this is happening. Over the last several months, yeah, we've been rounding them up. So we, all this time, have gotten ideas in our head about how this will look and how this will play out, and then everybody runs with it, and somehow becomes, oh no, well, the EBS is supposed to go and everything's supposed to black out and they're going to round everybody up at once. Yeah. Well, maybe not. Maybe it's just the remaining terrorists that have been flooding the border and depositing in our countries. So what he's telling us there is that, let's see, many of the extremists have been detained. So most of them have been taken care of. Okay? And that confirms all the reports that we've been hearing about, flights to Gitmo and who was on it and all this other stuff and doubles and all that stuff.
Okay. Shall I continue?
Several black sites across the world. It's interesting you referred to it that way.
Yeah.
What's it called, a black site?
Well, I think he's indicating there's more than just one Gitmo. Like everybody, I expected him to talk about Gitmo, but he said several black sites across the world. That means there's more than one Guantanamo Bay prison.
Why wouldn't they call it a prison? Why would they say black sites?
Well,
think about that.
Don't know. Shall I go on?
Yeah.
The crimes committed by this group amount to the worst crimes our world has ever seen. It cannot quite be put into words how many people have suffered at the hands of this satanic cult.
Came out and said satanic cult.
Wow.
There's our confirmation there.
Yep.
That's what they've been pulling out. Yeah, they've been pulling out the bad guys and the corrupt and everything, but like the basis of it, it's the Satanist cult, and that's what we've been talking about and called crazy all this time. But this is like our confirmation. So, like, this entire thing is like saying, "Hey, this is real. Okay, hang in there. It's happening now. Be ready."
Our vindication, yeah. Our world has forever changed because of these atrocities. Although we cannot change the past, we can certainly change the future and the outlook for humanity. Together, standing united and strong, our global military alliance has made very strong steps to change the trajectory of humanity's future.
Okay, there, right, that right there. hang on. That's confirming the Global Alliance. That's confirming that he's part of it. And change the trajectory of humanity's future. Nasara, go ahead.
This operation continues as we speak, and we will not rest until it is complete. My message tonight is one of calmness, peace, and jubilation. Our unity has been proven to be too strong for this evil group, and God has cast his good grace over our efforts. Please remain calm throughout this process and follow any instructions you are given through the messaging system described early in this announcement. For God, country, and the future of humanity, I thank you for your attention and respect.
Okay. Throughout this process, so it's going to be periodic. God has cast his good grace over our efforts. That's something that a lot of these big groups and everybody says about the RV and Nasara Jasara. So I think that's confirmation. Jubilation, that's a lot of joy. Okay. So I think that this is confirming that the RV Nasara Jasara is underway, and that this is a process, and that you will be notified. And so I really believe that this message is to us. I don't think Phil wrote it. I think that this was, because I was shocked when Gabriel told me this was written a long time ago. So we are on track with the plan. You can't tell people when the Q posts come out, you can't tell them in 2017, 18, 19, oh yeah, it's probably going to be out 23. Everybody's going to lose it. Everyone's going to lose it. But I think that considering what we've been seeing around us or on the screens, what we know is going on with the RV, we're coming up to the climax here, and I think this is our notification that, hey, this can happen now.
This is a notification to the people who are paying attention to get ready. So I went out and bought 10 jugs of water last night, and I'm going to get 10 more today, and then 10 more tomorrow. And I'm going to keep loading up until I have plenty of bottled water. The other thing, Jen, is it sounds like we're going to get a series of messages on our phones, not just one. And you're going to be out putting gas in your car, and you're going to get a message that says, return to your homes. Okay, return to your home. Do that.
In certain areas, not everywhere.
Yeah,
so I always saw that the activity, and then everybody's like, well, if this is happening now, how are we supposed to get to our appointments, right?
Yeah.
So I think the way that's going to go is it's only going to be in certain areas, right? If we've got activity, we've got terrorist activity in a certain area, the military needs to do something, that area is going to get a notice, hey, return to your home until, 5 a.m., something like that. Yeah. Everything's closed. But if you have an appointment,
or also, Jen, they're going to get us in and out and do all this stuff first, and then all this is going to happen.
Hopefully, yeah. Now, if you take a look at that 101, and I don't know if this is correct because of how weird these posts are. The next line says 2 o'clock, 0200 hours or whatever. So that would be 2 a.m. military time.
Zulu. It says 0200 Z. That's Zulu time. Okay.
Is it?
Yes. I believe that's what the reference is.
Is it? Because if the line above the B and the O was a 2 and a 15, what is Z? 26.
2 a.m. Zulu time to your look. Well, okay. I don't know. That'll take me a second to figure out. Hang on.
No, I'm saying Z might be a date.
Okay. Yeah.
Because after extract says confirm, CONF. Then we have a time with a Z. And I'm thinking, well, if the last line, Gabriel told me that's a 2 and that's a 15. Phil on 215 will put out the announcement about extract. No, if it's Zulu time, yeah. It could be something else, but it just a hunch that maybe it could be 2 a.m. on the 26th.
Okay. Zulu time. All right. Yeah. So.
No, I don't think it's Zulu time.
Okay. I don't know what the Z means then. Means something.
You're not listening to me. I'm trying to tell you that it could be February 26th is when this crap starts.
Okay. Okay.
So if that's true, and they want to get the RV appointments done, that's kind of pushing it. It may not be true. I don't feel as confident about that. Evaluation is the line above. Feel really confident about that. I mean, I was just like shouting it from the rooftops when I was like, wait a minute.
So
yeah, that's too coincidental that it was 2:15, and that's a 2 and a 15, and extract, and Phil had a live, and he talked about it, and he said extract, and then he posted, then he directed us to this drop. I mean, come on.
Yeah. So 2 a.m. Zulu on the 26th would actually be 6 p.m. on the 25th Pacific time. So something to look for. Anyway, if that's what it means. But Z being the 26th letter of the alphabet.
Z is the 26th letter of the alphabet, and I was thinking, well, if this is those up there were numbers, then Z would be a number 2, and so that'll be 2 a.m. on 26th.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like we know about these drops are really hard to figure out. Each line could relate to a different year and event.
Right.
So we'll see. But what I always saw is that the activities would be in certain areas. Some people will not even be affected by it. You'll hear about it. But you'll still be free to go about your business in your area. And let's say we get an 1-800 number, and in your area, it's like, okay, you got 4 locations. You can go to north, south, east, and west, and something's going on in the east, you can go to the west. Make your appointment there or whatever.
Yep. Okay. Let's go over and start talking to the folks and see what they have to say about things that are happening. Is there anything else you want to add to this?
Well, I have 17 minutes, and I would like to give away the healings today. People donated. I have been giving some away privately to people who have contacted me, and I will not be announcing their names today. I also we have 2 winners from Marcy. Marcy donated a couple of house cleanses or personal cleanses, you can choose. And I will be giving out her email for you to contact her. And I've already given her those screenshots of the individuals.
So you want to name off the winners then? Should we do that?
About 5 before, because I've got a reading right at 11.
Okay. All right. Kim Coatney. Hi guys, I had to put down my dog Loki Wednesday night. Thank you for the extra time with him, but is he okay? A seizure made him unable to move, so it was no life. Is he visiting us, and did he know I was with him? So
let me see. It was very foggy. He knows that when you're present. He could feel you there, but the sounds and the sights of everything was just really far away. The way I'm feeling. And then there was like a pop. And he just got up. Yeah. Animals are so precious. And then he came home with you or stayed with you for a while. I mean, it's like he ran away and then he came back. And it's really interesting because I hear that a lot. I mean, it seems like a lot of similarities in the scenes when the animals pass. It's like it's a sudden calling to run. Maybe an instinct to run, and then what they're doing is they're running over to the other side, and then they're coming back. And then they think of you, and they're like, "Oh, where's mommy?" So they're with you. Yeah, he's fine. It's best you did that.
Yeah. Max says hello to Barkley. Well, that wasn't Barkley barking. That was one of Jen's dogs. Barkley has a very high-pitched, ear-piercing bark. Like I said, it goes right through your eardrums.
Probably was Max.
Mike and Jen, you both look like you're feeling better. Glad to see Jen is. I suck. I'm not feeling great. I took a steroid this morning. I shouldn't be, but I'm so clogged up. I got to do something to.
I've been. Nasha, C, D, zinc. I'm taking it all. Beating it. And I decided that I'm not sick anymore. So
yeah, and
trying that out.
We are truly blessed, no matter if it's days, weeks away. We shall soon obtain blessing with you. I think that's a great way to have a good attitude. Maddie B, Texas. How soon after we exchange appointment? How long until we have access? Spendable immediately. Some of it immediately, I believe, for sure. I don't know, but nobody knows. I've
seen delays that are interesting in the yearly forecasts of what times when the money comes in, and the times when people start to act. There is a month or two delay where people just kind of they have it, but they're just kind of laying low. So
Mark Z says if you have more than 10 100 trillion Zim notes, for instance, that everything over the 10 will be tranched to you. You'll get it later. You'll get it later into your account. You'll walk out of there with the value of whatever those 10 notes are, those 10 100 trillion notes. But if you have another 10, you'll get those, a week or a month or something later. So Mark said that's what he said.
That's interesting because of what we got for someone when we discussed this before.
Yeah.
That Gabriel said 10 to 14, but it could have been 10 at 14.
Ah, yeah.
And then he was talking about you'll get a certain amount for a certain number, and then it goes down
to a different, yeah. And maybe they hold off giving it to you. So, all right. Sandy says, Jen, according to new intel, the Bolivar could go for $4 to $8 US for Bolivar. Example, 2021, 5 million, estimated value 2040 million, 2010, 2021 million. Can you ask if this could be right? I don't think Jen's going to do rates on the Bolivar, and I don't think anybody knows for sure about the Bolivar, but I don't think those numbers are right. They seem outrageous, but don't know. What do you think? I know that Venezuela is a country that should be very, very prosperous.
I keep seeing something like, and this is just me, psychic foo-foo lady, okay? So don't go telling anybody. Whenever I think about it, I see 375,000 per million. But hey, if I got it in a box when I ordered the dog CBD, I'm fine with that. That's fine with me. That's just a bonus. I didn't see. I have always been, and I don't know why everyone's so quiet about the dong, but I have always been most excited about that. And I don't know why.
Sorry, I'm just calculating out my Bolivar here. Ooh, it's a lot of money. Okay, Jen has lustrous hair. Jen's hair is stupendous. Jen has unbelievably lovely hair. 2-day warning makes sense, says James Pruitt. Remember Kennedy said lock your doors? Yeah, that was a couple days ago. Yeah. Maddie B from Texas also said, hey, Jen, healing months ago. I'm off all diabetic meds. A1C is 5.2. Wow, I'm jealous of you. Doctor is astonished. Thank you, dear Jen, and your angelic teachers. Thank you, Lord. Let's get my A1C.
I love that. I love that. Thank you, Jesus. I love that so much. No, I am not the healer. They are. I'm the chick walks in with you, calls your soul, and said, "Can we do this?" And that's what I do. But
I'm a guy who would be able to guzzle Dr. Pepper all day and still have an A1C of 5.2. That's me.
That's awesome. Thank you for the
Jesus can do it, right? Karen is my name. My son Thomas is taking a short drive to the border to Montreal this weekend. Will he return without any troubles? Thomas's trip to Montreal go well.
This weekend Cam is he gonna be all right? He'll be fine. Chris Iverson. Jen's excited about the dong.
Yeah.
I just stepped right into that one, didn't I? Yeah.
Jen loves the dong. Jen is a connoisseur of dong.
Not really.
Yeah, Greenwich Mean Time or world clock time. So yes. Okay, let's see what else is going on. Lisa wants to know if her back surgery will go okay.
Somebody check if Zulu Greenwich time whatever was 2 a.m. or whatever corresponds with when Phil did his live. He did it at 7 Eastern. Okay. Will my back surgery go okay?
Okay, Paul, that comment was really out of line. Okay, so you're in timeout, and if you say anything like that again, you're gone. Do you understand me, Paul Martins? That was out of line. That's somebody else who suffered a great loss. So we don't make fun of people that have losses unless they're Democrats.
Stop it. Yes, Maria, you will. Yes, it will, hon. Don't worry. It'll be fine.
Jen, my daughter Sarah had a massage yesterday, and the therapist gave her spiritual messages. Is she authentic?
How creepy.
Does she have the hots for your daughter?
I don't want anybody talking to me when strangers are rubbing on me, okay? That's creepy.
Yeah.
That's creepy. I hope it wasn't a man. No. No, she's not.
You were kind of biased against that already from the beginning. I think all funds will be available. The ladies are always excited about the dong. Jen is excited about the dong, no comment. KM says, I love my dong.
I know.
Dong for a song. In Vegas, I'm hoping to get a smorgasbord of dong.
Oh, wow. My, stop it. Who was that?
Wow.
Stop it.
What about the Brunson case? Will it be successful this time around?
Interesting enough, and I was talking to a client this week when we were putting this together, or I was putting it together for them, and I came to this conclusions I just told you about how it's a warning. And she said, 2-day warning. That's when the Brunson case is. And that's today.
It is today. Interesting. And by the way, it is not interesting enough. It is interestingly enough. I have some friends who say interesting enough. No, interestingly enough. Blah, 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 blah. Come on, use the correct language. There is no such word as irregardless. It is regardless, not irregardless.
Right.
Hi, Jen. One more for Rosemary Limo. Well, OS is here. Jen, I'm unemployed right now. When do you think I'm going to get a new job? Thanks. It would help if you had your real name. We need your real name. Jen, why am I so sleepy all the time? I think I take too many naps. That's Rosemary.
Well, you're dehydrated. You don't get enough minerals, okay? And you're not eating right. And, yeah, you take too many naps. And, woman, get out there and walk, okay? Get out in the sun. You need the sun. You need vitamin D. Okay, well, the other one was, when am I going to find a job?
Yeah, but we didn't get a name, so I don't know who that person is.
Well, I'm getting very shortly, okay, on that, from what he's saying. Let's do the healing giveaways.
All right, yeah, we have no
Rosemary.
All right.
Alrighty. Now, I will post all these screenshots on Philosophy on Telegram. I will do that. Don't have as many on the air to give away today. Not that many asked, but I have been, because of your donations, I'd like to thank all of you, been able just to give them away when people email me, and I get that a lot. Most of the time I just do it and take the loss, I just do it anyway, but then it's like, okay, we'll use that one, All right, so today... Now, I'm going to give away Marcy. Marcy did not get donations, so if you want to go and hit the Buy Now button on my website for Marcy Howell and thank her for this, or throw her a little love, you can just hit the Buy Now button and make that $79 donation. That's all I got for her right now. But her email for these two people is Marcy's Playground 65 at gmail.com. MARSIS PLAYGROUND GROUND65@gmail.com. Email her after this and tell her I'm a winner. All right. And the people that will be doing that are Mary Gould. GOOLD. This is for Marcy. Email Marcy. Write down that email, or you can go to jenniferfallah.com, scroll down to Marcy's little box there, and it's right there. Lisa Olson. You guys got a house cleanse or a personal cleanse? Now, this is not, if you want the whole family and the house and everything, be good to Marcy, pay her for the other extras, okay? Okay, so our healings today, winners, are Tracy Doss, DOSS. Deb, DEB, and then B, capital B. For her mom.
BEB.
D as in dog, EB.
Deb B.
And then B, capital B.
Deb B, okay.
Diana Leyland, I believe that's you. Diana, just Diana. Healing for your daughter, Cassandra. Huh. Okay, well, Lori Bakemeyer wants a crest for her daughter, Whitney, her hubby, Jeff, and all 6 kiddos. We'll just do that. Okay, Lori, because I love you. Lori Bakemeyer, send me everybody's picture. Okay? And that'll probably wipe out the donations for next week. So then, everybody donate again. Okay. Tim R, capital R. That's for your mom. And then Reed, I'm using one for you, for your mom.
Yeah, Reed Maudlin? Reed M?
Reed Montague, but just put Reed. She knows who she is.
Oh, this is a different Reed than somebody I was thinking. It's REID or RED?
REED. It's
okay.
A woman.
Okay.
She knows who she is. And I've already talked to her about it. Okay, so I'll be posting these screenshots of the winners on Philosophy on Telegram, huh?
Nothing. I was just thanking Reed. Reed just gave me some love a couple of days ago. So thank you.
She's a wonderful individual. She is absolutely wonderful.
Oh shit! Ignore what I just said.
So I want to let everybody know. So I stopped the deal to get all the classes for a $100 donation to give away for free Healing Friday. Okay, but I always have to have some kind of awesome special. So what you get now, if you donate $100, is you donate a healing. I put a healing in the donation box to give away on Friday. You get 2 healings for yourself. So that's 3 healings for $100. And so, but you get 2 for yourself. You can either send me the names after you donate, email. Everybody's got email afterwards, everything, and tell me what you did. That's why it takes me so long to go through my emails, but I catch up. And you will either get gift cards or we can do the healings right now. Put them on the list. But donate $100 via the love button at jenniferfallah.com to put in the pool to give away healings to people in need, and you will receive healings yourself. Or to give away yourself.
Okay, guys. It is time for Jen to go. I have one last thing to tell you, that I did get a message from a guy who sends me information every so often, and he says it's this weekend that we're going to see something actually happen regarding rates, regarding something coming out in public. I don't know if that's true. A lot of people are saying next week, but I just got that message. I wanted to leave you guys with that. I'll be back tonight, I think, for the free reading for the Friday Night Fun Time show. I would really rather just be in bed, but I'll probably stick it up and toughen up and go and be there for that show. Jen and I will see you on Monday. I'm sorry we didn't get a lot of readings in today. We'll try to maybe go longer on Monday and get more personal readings in. And
Gotta
be in
go.
touch with me over on Rumble. Jen's got to go. Love you guys. Have a great one. And we will see you. I'll see you tonight, Jen.